Yo, what's going on, people? What's going on? It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm back. I hope everybody is okay. Uh, um, yeah, it's been difficult, but I had to come back and do the streams. Not a lot of transfer activity at the moment at Liverpool Football Club, but I thought, why can't I, come on here and see what you guys think? We heard a few things in regards to a few players and all that stuff. And our rivals are signing players. Tottenham, especially Tottenham, looking dangerous. People when they're getting Morgan Gibbs White. It looks like from Tottenham, sorry, from Nottingham Forest, and then they bought Mohamed Kudus, a player that I wanted at Liverpool Football Club. It's yeah. When the rivals are buying players, it really frustrates me because I think we could do better as well at the same time. Obviously, we've been going through difficult stages at the moment. But it looks like Liverpool are going to go back into the transfer market and try to get players in. I'm going to be talking about, obviously, Luis Diaz. There was a lot of talk around Luis Diaz handing in a transfer request to leave Liverpool. He wants to join Bayern Munich, which is weird. And Ibrahim Konate, he's rejected another contract and all that stuff. So, yeah, lots to talk about. But get in the comments and say what you feel, guys. That's what I'm always here for. I want to chat to you guys, see how everybody's doing, and see how you guys feel about the transfers and that. I want to obviously start with Luis Diaz, then I'll move on to, Ibrahim Konate, see what's happening around the football club as well. Ekitike, obviously Isak. I know a lot of people have given up on Isak, but you don't know what's happening. You don't know. There could be works going behind the scenes and all that stuff towards him. And say, like, in an ideal world, maybe Ekitike and Isak at the same time. Imagine that. I mean, we'll probably get a reduced price for Ekitike, and get like a good price for, obviously, Isak at the same time as well. When you look at the Isak thing, yeah, the player's not talking. I mean, so that's a start. That is a start of anything. If you know what I mean. So that's a great start. When you're looking at a player. Normally they'll say, I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying at this football club, I'm fighting for Newcastle, the next stage of their, ownership, and they want to win titles and all that stuff. But you don't hear him say things like that. So there's a lot of things to talk about. But yeah, get in the comments, guys. I could see a few people already here. Appreciate everybody that's on. Sorry I've been away for the last couple of days, been working, so I've had no time to come on here. But now, hopefully in the next few days, you're going to see a lot of me. Big up, Edward, as always, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. Joe, big up, man. How's things? Oh, good, bro. Oh, good. Oh, good. And Zero is in the house waiting for the Rodrigo to Liverpool. Here we go. We'll be fine. Trust in Hughes. MK says, Red for life in the house. True, Don. Would you rather sign Rodrigo or Ekitike? Okay, and just Isak. Gehi deal has gone quiet. Let me discuss that with you guys. Yeah, let me discuss that with you guys. I don't think the Gehi thing is gonna disappear. I think that's more or less something that's gonna come through because the player wants to go, and Liverpool don't sell players in that position unless they got someone ready at the same time as well, guys. It'd be kind of silly, innit, selling a player and then you got nothing in return. What kind of club are you running here? You're the champions. Act like champions, if you know what I mean. So that's how we got to do, man. That's why I'm not losing hope on the Gehi one. I think there's still something there, and I think he's still come to Liverpool, man. Like you're hearing this stuff about Newcastle. I think Newcastle got their own problems. How are they going to sign all these players? First of all, I mean, they can't spend a lot of money. So if they're looking for strikers and players like that, they can't sign centre backs. So yeah, it's all lies everywhere, man. That's what's happening at the moment. But we're forgetting we've got something that happened to us. Transfers wasn't the part of the thing we're going to do at that time, but at this time we have to get back in there and compete. You know what I mean? So our rivals are signing their players. Arsenal, obviously, Zubimendi is signed, and Norgard is signed. They're looking at a striker. Man City, I'm expecting them to sign more players. Chelsea, obviously, Chelsea and Arsenal are swapping players again. I don't know how that relationship comes about. It's kind of weird. Chelsea and Arsenal. So it's Chelsea and Arsenal. It's kind of weird relationship. It's like, are you guys rivals in London as well as the Premier League? What are you doing, man? It doesn't make any sense, man. Craziness, absolute craziness. What's happening? Yeah. So, but let's talk about Diaz, guys. Yeah, it's starting to piss me off, really. You know what I mean? Like, he turned the corner, in my opinion, last season. I thought, like, what I saw of him as a player last season was pretty impressive, considering, you know, playing out of position. But now, like, we keep hearing, we've got, let me just, I don't know what is going on with the StreamYard. I think it's changed. Something's changed in StreamYard. I don't know where it is, but something's changed. So, yeah, it's weird. Very strange. As you can see right there, guys. Luis Diaz, obviously, apparently he handed a transfer request and he wants to leave Liverpool, go to Bayern Munich. And then you think to yourself, what's the difference? Like, why would you go and work for Vincent Company when you just won the Premier League with Liverpool Football Club? It doesn't make any sense, like you going down there. You know what I mean? So it just shocked me when I heard that. I said, this guy, is he desperate to get out of Liverpool? Like, what's the problem with him? Like, what's his issues? But the more you look into it, the more, like, we need to be careful, because I haven't heard the player say it, if you know what I mean. But if you're getting 69 million for him, as it says over here, for him to obviously go the other way, let me just share it with you. This is from Anything Liverpool. At the age of like 28, going towards 29. Would you take that? That's the question to everybody, actually, not just me. Let me just get up there. There you go. Anything Liverpool says, obviously, there is an expectation, despite the player having expressed his interest in a move to Bayern, that Arne Slot outfit will look to demand closer to 80 million euros, 69 million in pounds. Would Bayern Munich pay that? That's the question, first of all. And second of all, why would the player? It's weird. I don't know why the player wants to leave to go to Bayern. It's strange. You know what I mean? The weather ain't going to be any different. And, you know, Liverpool are in a better position than Bayern Munich, which is weird. Like, you're going the other direction and you're not getting any better. You're going to get worse. And I mean, Musiala got injured. You saw that horrific injury Musiala had the other week. So I don't understand where we're going with this transfer, guys. It's weird. But sometimes, like, you got to look at, is the player saying this, or is it representative saying this, or is his dad again talking about this? It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And as I said many times, it's kind of weird, you know, players wanting to leave when you just won the Premier League. Shouldn't players be joining you if you won the Premier League? Shouldn't players be desperate to join you, if you know what I mean? It's weird. It's very strange. I've never seen anything like this. Honestly, God, this is the first time I've seen a team that won the Premier League and players want to leave. First time ever. But let me get to the chat, man. Apologies to that. Big up Edward. Edward. Sorry about Joe. Rest in peace. Big up my brother, Joe. Waiting for the Rodrygo to Liverpool. Here we go. 80 million for the Rodrygo, 24 years old. Considering we bought obviously Florian Wirtz for 116. If you want a player like Mane, like similar to Mane in regards to stylistically, from the left, you know, quick, pressing, you know, never giving kind of player, Rodrygo is your guy, if you know what I mean. That's what I will go for. And I said for a while on here, I'll have Rodrygo over anyone, you know what I mean? And this kid, I think if you want to get to the next level, considering like if Diaz leaves, that's a statement signing, in my opinion, getting Rodrygo through the door. And, 80 million is too much for him, but Liverpool should negotiate a deal considering Real Madrid got Trent for practically nothing. So if they respect us as they say they do, remember, we respect Liverpool. Why can't we get this player through the door? If you know what I mean. And I like him. I know many people don't like him. I think he's phenomenal. I think he will be a special player at Liverpool. The thing with Rodrygo at Real Madrid is he's an understudy to Vinicius Junior. So when you got Vinicius Junior in front of you, it's difficult to shine. And he plays on the right majority of the time, sometimes as a striker as well. So, and he prefers to play on the left. So when Vinicius Junior is there, it's going to be impossible for him to play on the left side. So Brazilian teammate as well, don't forget that. So he's got a lot of obstacles at Real Madrid. I don't think he played a lot of games in the FIFA World Cup as well. But yeah, listen, if we get Rodrygo through the door and we get it, here we go. We'd be laughing, bro. We'd be laughing. I say, bring the Premier League home. Yeah, I mean, straight away. That's what I'll say. And, a bit of DX as well.
Are you ready?
That one as well. Would you rather sign Isak and Ekitike or just Isak? I sign both, bro. I sign both if I have to. I know, like, Ekitike's team want around, how much was it? 80 million for him. He's not worth 80 million, man. I'll even be hesitant to give 30 million. You know what I mean? The guy is not a prolific goal scorer. He's just a young guy that's coming through, that's learning his trade. So it doesn't mean like we have to overspend money on players like that to get them through the door, if you know what I mean. And it's too much. It's too soon, in my opinion, for him. Let the player develop. If you got Isak, obviously, as a finished article, obviously a player that can do a lot right now, and then you got Ekitike as his understudy, we'd be laughing, my friend. We'd be absolutely laughing. And that's the way it should be. Get both through the door, an understudy, and plus, a player that's ready. Because what you got to look at about Isak, guys, with Isak, he's got injury problems, if you know what I mean. So if he's got injury problems, you can't take a lot of risk on that. So let me just share with you what's going on. But if you got an understudy with him, as well as him, then you could reduce the injuries consistently, because you got Ekitike and Isak together, which means you could rest Isak a lot. Isak can rest a lot. And then you got Ekitike always supporting. So when Isak rests, you got Ekitike coming in and taking his place. So if you utilize the squad like that, if you rotate like that, you've got more of a chance of like being injury free throughout the season, if you know what I mean, unless a horrific injury happens to you, if you know what I mean. So it says it here on Anfield Buzz. It says if Liverpool find out the next couple of days, weeks, that the door is totally shut on Alexander Isak, because that's what they are waiting for, then Liverpool will turn their attentions to Ekitike. Listen, Ekitike, if we can't get Isak, I'm still gonna support the kid. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of fan that's saying, oh shit, I didn't want him, and why are we getting him, and etc. It shouldn't be like that. We're Liverpool fans. I mean, if someone comes through the door, we support them no matter what. Think about this with Ekitike as well, guys. Like if we get him instead of Isak, if it's impossible to get Isak, he's going to be around better players. He's going to be around the team that's got quality, the supply, from the likes of Salah, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Kirkes, Frimpong, Van Dijk with his long balls from the back and all that stuff, Pauls. You got all this stuff like around you as a footballer. You'd be laughing, man. I mean, that's goals consistently, man. And not only that, that will take the pressure off the players. And you're talking about Rodrygo on top of that as well. Imagine Diaz leaves in an ideal world, and Rodrygo comes in on the left. Imagine how could how that will be all together, and how dangerous that will be as a football club, guys. We'll be sick. We'll be absolutely sick. So listen, either way, I prefer in an ideal world we'll get both, of course. If one of them comes in, I'll be happy. I mean, I'm not going to be complaining about it, because the supply line for those strikers is just off the scale. Let's just put it that way. So what you're saying, yeah, I'd rather just get both than one, if you know what I mean. But if one of them comes in, I'm not gonna complain about it, bro. Let me just put it that way. In an ideal world, if you choose between Isak and Ekatika, come on, it's a no-brainer. Let's be honest there. Isak all day long. We'll be fine. Trust me. Trust in Hughes. Of course, man. Hughes has come through, my brother. You know, a lot of people had doubts with Hughes. A lot of people complained about Hughes last season, including me. I was thinking, like, bro, you're getting paid to recruit players. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing on holiday? All that time he's been working, you know, to get players through the door. So he's done his job, man. And if this is the quality we've got in our recruitment team, it's dangerous football club, you know, over here, my friend. Yeah, big up Red for Life, bro. Big up my guy. Would you rather sign Rodrigo and Ekatike or just Isak? That's a tough one, that one. True Don, why are you doing this to me, bro? Don't do this to me. Come on, man. It's a tough question, that one. You know what I mean? You put this on me. You put the bum on me, man. Bumba. So, two players in normal circumstances is better than one, right? Oh, man. Isak, bro. I have to choose Isak. I'll tell you why. If we want to win a league title, you need an out-and-out striker in it. Think about it this way. You got Salah on the right. You've got Gakpo on the left. You got Florian Wirtz as the number 10. You got Szoboszlai as the number 10. You got McAllister, and you got all these guys supply line, Kirkes, Robertson, Frimpong, Bradley. You got all these suppliers on the pitch for a striker. You know, like when Salah gets marked in games, like 3 players are marking him, like Nottingham Forest away example, and he couldn't get past Williams and the other players that was marking him and all that stuff. That means you got another threat at front, which means it takes the burden off the likes of Salah and Gakpo on the wings, which pretty much means they are free to do their stuff. So if we got that, we'd be the most dangerous team in the world. You know what I mean? That means you're freeing up spaces for the main players, which means they're going to get more goals, more creativity, and more build-up. They'll be more involved in the build-up play at the same time as well. So we've got all of that in one football team. That's dangerous, bro. This is why you need Isak. Isak is not only a striker. He can be a supply line for the rest of the team as well. He could be the get out of certain situations. Put it this way. Defenders are going to be deep line defending to stop Liverpool, because Liverpool is the champions. Liverpool is the most dangerous team in the Premier League right now, yeah? So every club is going to take 5 steps back, which means they're going to be at the edge of the box or inside the box. So when Isak is your striker, he'll come out deep to the midfield area. So what happens in that area is the defense have to push out, which means the likes of Salah, Gakpo, Florian Wirtz have spaces at the back of that defense. So when you got spaces in those deep line defenders, that means you got chance of scoring more goals than usual. And that's what we've been missing in those games last season, when teams just came to Liverpool, Anfield, or away, being negative, you know, just sitting outside their box or inside their box. Couldn't score past them, impossible. It was one of those games, like, frustrates us, you know what I mean? But now, if we get a striker like Isak, it opens up a lot of avenues for your own players in the team at the same time as well. So that's what you got to think about, guys. You know what I mean? The supply line is there, the striker is there, and, you know, not enough players. You know, the opponents have got confusion who to mark in the games then. You know what I mean? So if you just stick with Salah, you got Isak. If you just stick with Isak, you got Salah and Gakpo. You got Florian Wirtz. So every direction there's another, you know, danger for the opposition. That's what I like, man. That's why I want Isak, man. I want Isak as a striker. I know it's one player from 2, but the other player can wait. No problem. Gehi deal, it has gone quiet. We're gonna get him, bro. It has to happen, bro. As I said earlier. You don't get rid of Kwanzaa if there's no centre-back coming in. It's really stupid, you know what I mean? And not only that, he's only 24, so he's still got a long, you know, time in football. And, you know, playing next to Van Dijk, 2 leaders in the same team, would be laughing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, guys, give me the chat, man. If you're liking what you see, please subscribe. If not, just hit the like for me, and, you know, That's all I ask for. I don't pressure people to come on here. It's all about love, man. It's all about love. You know what I mean? Like we had that um, thing, with Jota recently, and I still came on when people were afraid to come on. I thought it's my duty as a Liverpool fan, as an older fan, to come on here and chat to you guys and to see how everybody is feeling, because it's not fair, you know, all of us disappearing, and when people are feeling down and nobody to talk to. That's why people might not like me for that, doing that, but I came here in support of our fan base. It's not the first time this happened to Liverpool Football Club. I was alive when Hillsborough happened. It wasn't a nice time at Liverpool. It was one of the worst things we've ever seen in football. And me being here, all these years, I have to give you guys, the support you need. You know what I mean? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not the best at anything like that, but seeing things like that in the past that happened to our football club, we have to show the support, guys. I mean, that's how we are. It's not ego for me. I don't do egos and all that stuff. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just come on here and try to support you guys. It wasn't for selfish reasons or anything like that. See, I took 3 days off or whatever it was. I mean, if I was sorry, I would have come on here and still persisted for things, but I don't, man. I just come here whenever I can and try to support you guys. That's what it's all about for me, man. Don't forget, I'm hurting as well. You know what I mean? There you go. How you feeling, bro? Yeah, I'm good, Edward. I'm good, man. I'm good. Good. It's been tough, but I can't wait for the Atletico Bilbao game. I've managed to get tickets for that for me and my wife. We're gonna go and support the lads. It's gonna be emotional, and we're gonna obviously go to the Jota Memorial, put flowers there for him, and yeah, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very, very tough, but we have to support each other for times like these, isn't it? The Preston game is live on ITV. Wow. If it is, if I'm here, I might do a live watch along. Don't know what the watch alongs are like anymore for me. I mean, I don't know what space I could find in the watch alongs. I used to do a lot back in the day, but I'll see. I'll see. Yeah. So let me share this with you. There's another thing over here about Ekitike and Isak again. This is from the Transfer Live News. It says here, Liverpool will turn their attention to sign Hugo Ekitike if it becomes clear that Alexander is staying at Newcastle. The Swedish striker remains Liverpool's #1 target. As I said earlier, if he doesn't say anything, that means he most probably wants to leave. Every player, if they love to stay at a football club, they will come out and deny all transfer rumors and say, I want to fight my position to stay at this football club. And I haven't heard anything from, obviously, Isak saying that. So I'm hopeful that Isak wants to. As you can see, those players there. Can't wait to see Verts play. I can't wait either, Trudon. You know what I mean? We've got a very special player here. The best player in Germany for the last 2 years as well. Invisible. Don't forget that. Arsenal fans always use that invisible thing. Well, he's invisible too. Diaz wants to go. Best to sell him and get Rodrygo. 100%. If Diaz wants to go, see you later, man. Either way, I still want Rodrygo anyway. I mean, Rodrygo is the... If you ask me between the two, Rodrygo is the one. All day long. 24 years old. Brazilian international. Won it all. No pressure on his, shoulders. Comes in and does the business straight away. And, he's got... the best thing with Rodrygo, guys, you're never going to hear him say, I want to go to Real Madrid anymore. You know what I mean? So that's a bonus on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got any ambitions to go to Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. I've been there, done that. Now I've got to concentrate on Liverpool Football Club. That's the most important thing. You know what I mean? So we don't have to always look over our shoulders thinking, does he want to go to Real Madrid? No more. That's gone. Because if you sign him, it's done. It is done. It's done, man. So let's just, I think it's the best way in football. Once you buy from Real Madrid, you don't really have to worry about that anymore. Things are like, in a way of like Liverpool just concentrate on Liverpool. There you go. We don't have to worry about Real Madrid anymore. Yeah, I say sign him as soon as possible. 80 million, take it, man. Listen, the market of today is different. It's not like what it used to be. Players are all, they're not always going to be worth 30 million anymore. Those days are long gone, people, man. Those days are long gone. You think like, you're going to sign quality players for 30 million? It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Yeah, so I want to move on to Konate, of course, guys. Let me just share this with you. Apparently, he keeps on rejecting contracts. I'm tired, to be fair, with Konate, guys. I want him like either sign the contract or just get lost, man. You know what I mean? I know a lot of our fan base was saying, now let's keep him. I think a lot of YouTubers, I think Husam on some of them are saying, let's keep him, win the Premier League, and let him go for free at the end of the season. Think about it this way, though. Like if a player wants to leave and he's refusing to sign a contract, that means in normal circumstances he's not committed enough to play for your football club anymore, because he will avoid playing a lot of games. That's number one. And not only that, he will avoid injuries. He doesn't want to get injured before he makes his big move to the club that he wants to go to. So I don't want to keep players around. I just want players to go if they're listen. If you're saying we're not going to win the Premier League because of that and all that stuff, it's really stupid. I think we still could win the Premier League if we get a decent defender next to Van Dijk at the end of the day. We've still got Gomez there, who doesn't want to leave now as well. I know he's injury prone, but he still can have his input in the games as well. If we could try getting fit somewhere, somehow. I know it's a long stretch, but we could try. Big up Uncle Ross. Please go subscribe to Uncle Ross. We'll take that for the money. Yeah, that's a lot of money in it for a 28-year-old, of course, Uncles. 80 million euros, I'll take that all day long. But as I said about Konate, I know a lot of us are saying like keep him and we could win the Premier League and then just let him go. But think about it this way as well. There's another thing I haven't said to you guys. If we keep him, it means that these kind of things are going to be a regular thing at Liverpool Football Club. Players not trying hard on the pitch and always running down their contract to leave the football club for a free so they could get a bigger paycheck when they go elsewhere. That should not be a norm at a football club. I mean, and if it becomes like that, we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. Nip it in the bud straight away. The player, you ask him, you want to sign a contract or not? If not, we're going to sell you to the highest bidder. Simple as that. Because if this goes every season, we're going to be doing things like this. What we're going to do, man? We're still to buy a club. We ain't gonna have no money to spend on players anymore. And our ownership, they will do that eventually. So we've got to be careful with things like this. I know, like, you want to win the Premier League, and then the player can go at the end of the season, but it's gonna become a regular thing. You don't want that. Nip it in the bud early. So when other players see that, they will never try that thing again. That's what you got to do. It's a lesson in life, my friends. It's a lesson in life, man. Big up Uncle Rose, of course. Diaz just wants more money. It's simple. Yeah, he said that. I heard him say that it's up to Liverpool if they want to keep me in regards to, giving me more money, then I'll sign a new contract. But the thing is, we hold the cards with him. 2027 is his, obviously, contract expiration. Like, it expires in 2027. So we still got a couple of more years for us, to decide what we're going to do with him. So we hold all the cards with Diaz. Just let the dumbass go from MK. Tough sir, big up, bro. Big up T, I'll call you T. I would personally drive Diaz to Bayern Munich or Barcelona for free. The shitbag there disrespected our club. His dad was kidnapped, looked after see you next Tuesday. And all we heard was his dad working for Barcelona from 2 years. From 2 years. Listen, whatever your dad does is tough, innit? Like, you can't get control of your dad if he's been, like that to the club. But yeah, it is sad, because if it was me, I would stop my dad saying things like that for the respect for Liverpool Football Club, if you know what I mean. And not only that, listen, Diaz, has he done what Mane has done at Liverpool Football Club? No, but last season, actually, I like what he did, because he played in different positions and contributed to the league win as well, and contributed into the Champions League, almost getting there as well. But yeah, the behavior of people, considering like what's happened to us recently, it's unacceptable. Let me just put it that way. But Rodrigo, I'll get him through the door as soon as possible. 100%. Spanish sources hype Diaz for Barcelona. German sources hype him for Bayern. Local sources just want to rid us of Diaz. Zero says, get rid of Diaz. Yeah. I'll listen. I wouldn't pay attention to anything. It depends what Liverpool Football Club wants, bro. That's what I'm waiting for. Let's see what they're gonna say. Rodrigo vs Salah is insane. It's ridiculous, bro. It's madness. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Atletico Bilbao game at home if they're all gonna play as well. Because we've got 2 games. I think one at 4 and one at 8. So yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting that day. Very interesting. It's gonna be madness. Trudeau, but he's like, LOL. If Diaz goes, we buy a new winger. That could mean 5 new players in the starting 11. It could take time to gel. If you're buying quality, bro, it won't need time. I mean, it just depends on the quality of the players that you're bringing in, and not only that, we've got enough players in the football club to gradually, like you said, get them into the team, which is coming off the bench, getting to the first team, playing this game, coming off the next game. I mean, things like that. We could do a lot of stuff like that, brother. Could do a lot of stuff like that. I agree. Edward says, Uncle, are you doing a stream like this weekend? MK, and hope you are wrong big time. Let me just see what's going on. Bayern fans want a finished article to push for Europe. Then when they are linked to Diaz, they whine about Diaz being too old. That's double standards. In the modern day, like, is 28 too old? I don't know. Like, considering players like Ronaldo still playing at 40. I don't know if, what I mean. It's crazy, man. Especially when you got like a manager like Vincent Kompany. I don't know. Big up John Conway as always, bro. Good morning, Fozzie. How you never walk? I'm good, bro. Thank you very much. I'm just going through at the transfers and all that stuff. Obviously, I'm discussing Konate and his contract refusal. I said, like, I'm one of those fans that says get finance for him as soon as possible, and we move on, innit? I'm not going to be here sitting like other fans saying, keep him, we win the league, then get rid of him for free. Are you forgetting what club we are? Are you forgetting we're sell to buy? Are you forgetting, players are going to start doing the same thing again and again? Trent, it's sad. Ascasa started this, recently. Trent started this trend. Now everybody else is going to start doing it because of him. I mean, this is why I will never protect that guy anymore. Even whatever he comes out with his next autobiography or whatever it is, if you know what I mean. Yeah, people, I'm here obviously for another 20 minutes, 25 minutes if you want me to. Say in the chat whatever you want, people. Say in the chat whatever you want. I'm here to support. Big up, Dave. Welcome to the channel, Dave Team LFC. I'll come to your comment in a sec. Of course, Polo Mint as well. Yeah, big up, guys, man. Big up, big up. So, yeah, I said my piece on Ibrahim Konate. He needs to shape up. He either has to sign a contract or he needs to go, because I've had enough. I've had enough players gone for free, and having 2 in 2 windows is embarrassing, guys. Like, let's be realistic here, man. Can't happen, man. Can't happen. Cannot happen. Yeah, I don't want to go through that game, man. I love that stuff, man. Yeah, so let me move to the next one. Let me see who's next. Rodrygo's done. Yeah, I saw this, obviously. Mohamed Kudus to Tottenham. What is going on? Like, what? Since when do Tottenham sign these type of players? And then they go in for Morgan Gibbs-White at the same time as well. It's crazy. This player should be at Liverpool. He should be an understudy to Salah. But he's at Tottenham? Tottenham? Oh, man. When I heard this, I was mad. I was going mad. I said, why are we acting? Why are we getting into this? Why are we letting this happen? It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. We're letting a quality player like that. Listen, don't ever judge a player what he did last season for West Ham. West Ham was terrible no matter what. Everyone underperformed at West Ham last season. So you can't really, just blame it on one player if the team is underperforming. In a better team, the guy could be better as well at the same time. So that's why I'm shocked. Like, he just went to Tottenham. I think it's 55 million, something like that. What is he, 24? Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Why are we letting players like this get away? I mean, like, we need players to be replaced eventually in the wings and in a centre-back position. Salah in the next 2 years is it for him at Liverpool. Same with Van Dijk. They're not going to stay here when they're 35, 36, 37, like beyond, you know, their contract. Of course they're not. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here, guys. And, you know, Mohamed Kudus is one of the guys I was interested in replacing Salah on the right. Yes, he might not get that amount of goals, but he'll be a threat. I mean, he'll get his fair share of goals, probably 12, 13 goals a season. So, like, what is going on? Like, what's the next steps? What's you know, here for the future? I'd rather have players already here to replace those older players so they can learn under them while those older players are still at Liverpool Football Club. We're not even doing that. Mohamed Kudus at Tottenham. That is crazy, man. And then they get in Morgan Gibbs-White. They already triggered his, you know, clause at Nottingham Forest. Tottenham are not mucking about. You know, Tottenham are not mucking about. They're in the Champions League next season. They're signing the right players for them as well. Yeah, I'm in shock, guys. Absolutely in shock. He's gone to Tottenham, man. It really man, I was angry. Absolutely angry. I just hope Liverpool have a plan in place, like the replacement for Salah, the replacement for Van Dijk in the next, you know, couple of years. Because if we don't have that, man, and then we have to wait and wait and wait, years will go by. Teams are going to overtake us. We're probably going to go down the table. You know what I mean? Like, we've got to be ready for things like this, man. Learn from past mistakes. Learn from past mistakes to move on, man. Really frustrating that when I saw that. Oh, man. Mohamed Kudus at Tottenham. Of all teams. Must be crazy, man. Freaking hell. If Diaz goes, we buy a new winger that could be in 5 new players in the start in 11. I think I've seen this one. Sorry about that, guys. Where am I, man? Oh, there you go. Talking to 0. Polo Mint. There we go. Ekitike is a project 2.0. He's a project, bro. But if the club decide to buy him, how can we argue with that? How, bro? We can't argue with that. Got to get on with it, my friend. Got to get on with it, man. I mean, and support the player. As I said, the supply line, Polo, the supply line for him will be off the scale, as someone said earlier. Imagine, like, you know, Soboslai, Salah, Florian Wirtz, you know, all these players in one team. That is like off the scale madness. Off the scale madness. And, you know, possibility of Rodrigo coming through the door as well, as we discussed earlier. That we'd be laughing, man. We'd be absolutely laughing at everybody. So I don't think you should underestimate Ekitike, mate. Ekitike can, you know, do his own thing if he's got that supply line. And if the club wants to go down that route, we can't argue with that. Not many strikers about. There ain't, Edward. There ain't, my guy. Hi, hope you're okay, bro. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I am good. Back doing this again. Clive, I hope you're okay, brother. I hope you're okay. I'll play Gehi in the cup games, and if Konate gets injured, I think, you know, considering what we're gonna go for next season, bro. Think about it this way, Edward. Yeah, Champions League football, Premier League football. We expect to actually compete in both cups, League Cup, and, you know, FA Cup. So there's so many games, bro, and injuries will happen. We can't stop that. That's part and parcel of football. So everybody has they will have, you know, the fair share of games. So, you know, I don't think if Gehi comes through the door, he will just be a player that's playing on the bench for the likes of Konate and you know, whoever else next to that. I think he'll be a first team choice, my friend. I honestly think that he's good enough to be that. And what I like about him at his age, he's 24 years old and he's already got that leadership mentality, bro. He's got that leadership mentality, which is, you know, I like. I've always said that about Liverpool Football Club. Jurgen used to do it a lot, and Marco Edwards, when they were together last time, they always used to buy captains. If they don't captain their football club, they captain their national team. You know what I mean? So if you buy those type of players, it means they take instructions quicker than most people. That's why you're the captain, because you're taking instructions, right? That's what it's all about. So, yeah, I don't think He's going to be, on the bench replacing players like that. He's got his own ambitions as well, man. He's going to fight hard in the first team. Don't worry about that, bro. What's the latest on Lucho? Is it possible Verts actually came in to replace our Colombian? Perhaps this was a 4D chess move we didn't see. I don't think so, bro. I don't think Verts is playing on the left. He might play sometimes, but from what we've heard, you guys probably heard it, when Arne Slot spoke to Florian Wirtz, it was about him playing as a number 10. And I don't see Diaz playing as a number 10 at all for Liverpool Football Club. So there you go. That's a start. I mean, I don't think it's anything to do with that, bro. We don't spend that much money to get a replacement for Diaz. Nah. Diaz is a completely different player, bro. He could play as an out-and-out striker, and he could play, obviously, on the left, as he always does. And they're two different players, my brother. They're two different players. Big up, Dave. With the horrible situation last week, when do you think we will start seeing some more action in the transfer market? Right away, bro. I think right now. We're hearing a lot about Rodrygo. So 80 million they're asking for from what we've heard. But Liverpool need to find a way to negotiate with Real Madrid, my guy. That's what they need to do. They need to find a way to negotiate with Real Madrid, considering Real Madrid have got Trent for nothing. You know what I mean? One of the, best right backs for nothing, and been talking to him off the screen, off the pitch while he's still under contract. I mean, so Liverpool have to play the game, man. Like if someone plays those games with you, you got to play it back. If you know what I mean. So the player does not look happy at Real Madrid. The player looks like he wants to go. And if the next destination is Liverpool Football Club, who are we to argue with that? And as I said earlier, the guy, if he plays for Liverpool, we will never hear Real Madrid coming in for him again. So most likely, anyway. And there you go. It was at the end of a celebration video, him sitting in the stands. Oh, you're talking about thingy, Konate. Yeah. It was kind of strange, wasn't it? Like, you know what? You're right, You're right, thinking about it right now, MK. Like thinking about him sitting on the stands on his own, looking at Anfield. Yeah, it was strange. It was very strange. Did he know like he was going to leave? You know what I mean? Because don't forget, at the same time, they were actually disagreeing with the contract at the same time as well with Konate. He was refusing contracts at that time as well. Yeah, man. It was kind of strange. Very strange. Good point. Great point. Great point about that. Ibu seems very immature. Might be a very nice guy, but he comes off as not the brightest lad, both on the pitch and off the pitch. Also, he doesn't talk about the club with love and respect like Maka does. Yeah, he's a very immature kid, man. He's young, isn't it? They're all young, this is how they behave, my friends, especially at that age. It will take them time to realize. It's like us. Like when we was younger, we thought we was, gangsters. We could do this, we could do that and all that stuff. As you get older, you think to yourself, why did I have that hairstyle when I was a kid? Why did I wear those jeans, man? What a stupid thing to do when I was a kid. You know what I mean? It's like that in life, innit? When you get older, you start shaking your head. Did I really do that? Why did I do that? So it is. He will regret it when he gets older, bro. Trust me, Reds for life. Ibu will probably end up making a decision to leave because he holds himself up to a high, I think, and he expects top salary, allegedly. Yeah, he wants 200k a week, and Liverpool are hesitant to pay that for a guy that's always injured. He's only been fit last season. He's been available majority of the time. You know what I mean? Since he's been at Liverpool, he hasn't been available a lot of times. If you look at the years, season before that, when he arrived, has he been available? Each time he had a broken toenail, he was taking time off. So Liverpool said, if you want this type of money, you need to show us, your consistency in performance. He tried it last season. He got injured against Real Madrid. He was out again, but that has to happen a lot in order for you to get that. Why is Salah getting it? Why is Van Dijk getting that money? Because they're consistent. Van Dijk came back from an ACL and he's playing every game again. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, guys. While other players would, be out for months, Van Dijk came back. Haven't looked back since that Everton game. There you go. This is why you get the big bucks. You have to earn the right to get it. And I don't think that Konate had the right, to even ask for 200k a week. I would have asked for 150 probably. Maybe sometimes you start from 200k at the top, then you move your way, down. Maybe that's what he should have done, but he hasn't done that. He hasn't done that at all. He hasn't done that. Genghis, big up, bro. I can't believe the amount of changes that are being made. Nunes, Jota, Trent, possibly Diaz, Robbo, 3 ins already, and needed 2 or 3 more. I find it crazy, not used to it. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. Like, I think, in my opinion, bro, some of those players have overstayed for a long, long time. We should have changed a long time ago. Because, the younger you go, the more energy in the team, innit? And the older you are, the less energy in the team. And I think we kept a lot of players that are injury prone for far too long. And a lot of players that's, past their best for far too long as well. But yeah, there has to be ins and outs. It has to be, bro. In order for you to reinvent yourself as a football club. And that's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do, man. We have to get rid of players as well. It's not just getting players in, it's the outs as well to get other players in. Ibu has been a rock at the centre-back position, of course. I remember him telling, I scored and still didn't get the man of the match. He's not feeling the love. Listen, if things like that affect you as a footballer, then you shouldn't be a footballer, to be fair, brother. I mean, I think it's too much, into something that it shouldn't be there, if you know what I mean. I honestly think that. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff, please. If you're watching for the first time, and you don't want to subscribe to me, just hit the like if you're passing through. No problem with that. But yeah, get the comments through. I'm here for a bit longer. I want to speak about this kid that's that Arsenal, because we've got to speak about rivals, innit? Who's the threat and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think people speak enough about it. So I'm looking at this kid over here, yeah. A lot of Arsenal fans, before I go, guys, a lot of Arsenal fans are, criticizing him. They're taking the piss out of him. They're saying, why are we signing him? He's not good enough for Arsenal, and etc., etc. But you're forgetting about the homegrown. There's a homegrown here. I think he's a good player. I think he's better than majority of the players that they got at their football club. And I don't think Arsenal are in a situation of, choosing who to get and who not to get, because you've won nothing. You've won absolutely zero in the last few years. So I don't think, if you're getting a player that's going to be covering Saka, which you need, by the way, because Saka can't play every game. The issue that you had last season is Saka playing every game. And you see him limping. He's not himself. And the way they talk about this kid, I'm only coming out in support of this boy, because I think it's unfair the way he's getting treated, the way he's being talked about, like he's a piece of trash or something like that. It's not nice, man, when you're hearing a fan base coming out and saying things like that. If a team wants you and you're obviously leaning towards that shouldn't be any issue. You should speak to your club about that. Why are you trashing the player? The player's done nothing wrong. I mean, at least he wants to come to your football club. It's just disgusting behavior from a fan base. I honestly think he's a good player. He dribbles, he sets up goals, he scores goals. He could play right up front, along those front lines. So basically, you're getting a player that can play in 3 positions if someone gets injured. You know what I mean? And he's not going to be a first team regular either. So I don't understand where this hatred towards this poor player. I know I'm stepping away from Liverpool, but I just don't understand the way the social media is working, the way they're criticizing this player, and the way they're talking about him. It's not right. It's not right, man. It's absolute disgrace when I see things like that, guys. Absolute disgrace, man. I'm a football fan, first of all, yeah. I don't like Chelsea. I don't like Arsenal. But the way the fan base who think they know about football when they don't, and the way they're coming out and attacking players who who are doing something beyond their control, of course, in regards to a club interest towards a player, and the other club wants to sell to that club, it's wrong, absolutely wrong, and it's disgusting behavior from these people. It's either social media people that have never played football, or it's just people who think they're better than what they are that's criticizing this kid. It's disgrace, absolute disgrace, man. I think it's a benefit Arsenal getting this player. I honestly think that, and the way they're talking about him, I'm here in support of him. You know what I mean? As a human being, and it's wrong the way they're going on about him. So I see a good player there, man. I see someone who's better than most of their players anyway at that football club. So it's a strange thing, man, the way people attack this poor kid. Honest to God, strange, absolutely strange, man. And I'm not a guy that does that. Nah, I'd rather step out for players like that. I mean, even if they're playing for our enemy, then just stay quiet and say nothing. Nah, I don't do that, man. They don't know football, man. They don't know football. Nah, allow those people, man. Allow those idiots acting like they know football, criticizing the player personally, attacking him on social media, attacking him on his social media. Come on, man. Is this what football's become nowadays? Like, disrespect at its best? Come on, man. Nah, I don't do that. Hell no. Hell no. But further, let me just see what else I've got here for you guys before I get out of here. There's any more stuff I've seen around the socials. There ain't much, action, but we should be getting back to it very soon, guys. We have to. We have to, guys. We can't just sit here and, say nothing. Yeah, Henderson is going to Sunderland, I heard, eh? Wow. From Ajax. He's going back to his boyhood club. Good luck to him, man. El Capitan, innit? He was our captain at that time. Yeah, so let me get back to the chat before I go. What are you saying, Red for Life? I don't think we let Kudus get away. I don't think we let Kudus get away. Our guys in the back room are looking for a total Liverpool player, including personal and attitude. We didn't even hear his name, so we aren't on for him. Bro, I'm looking at the long term, you know what I mean? And a player that's, that can be a threat on the right side in the future. Because, when Salah leaves, we're going to keep comparing every player that comes through the door to Salah. That's how football is, bro. Even though Salah is very rare, players like that. A player that plays on the right side with a strike, with finishing like a striker. I mean, it's the same amount of goals like a striker. That's what we've got on the right wing. So the next player that's going to replace him, they're going to say, oh, he's no Salah. Just like I said, Diaz is no Mane. You know what I mean? This is how it's going to go. So I'd rather get a player who's got similarities to him. You're forgetting Kudus at Ajax was a striker. At West Ham, he's a left winger. He's a right winger. Sometimes striker. Sometimes off the striker. So he can play in all those positions, you know what I mean? And that means he can get his fair share of goals as well. It might be not the strike rate of Salah, but he could get his fair share of goals as well. That's what I've been trying to say to you guys. Because if you think like there's a player out there similar to Salah, I'm afraid you're in the wrong game. There ain't. Salah is unique. Salah is a one-off in a long, long time. If you know what I mean. So Kudus to me is the nearest thing that we could get, like at least 13, 14 goals a season on the right wing, something like that. That's what I've been trying to give you guys, and it's just unfortunate, man. He's going to Tottenham, and now Tottenham, if we ever want to buy him in the future, they'll put a lot of money on him. Are doing both the Bilbao games because are we doing both Bilbao games because they're done 2 games in one day? Are we doing 2 Bilbao games? Yeah. They're gonna do one at 4 o'clock and they're gonna do one at 8 o'clock. The last season I went to the Seville game. I think it was about 3 o'clock. No, I don't know. I think it was early game. I think it was about 1 or 12. I don't know. I don't remember. And then they did a Seville game after that as well, behind closed doors, as I remember. But this time, I don't think they're both behind closed doors. I think it's whatever. From what I saw in the tickets, it's whatever game you pick. I picked the 4 o'clock game. There's an 8 o'clock game after that. So, yeah, I don't think this one is behind closed doors. I think it's going to be more for the fans, if you know what I mean. So one in, one out kind of thing. Clive says, I think we do need to spend 200 million plus the left wing defense and striker, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know about 200 million, mate. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? But, it depends on if the players that go out and come in. That's how it is. You know what I mean? We've got to let a lot of players go for a lot of money, and then we'll get players. And when you're champions, Clive, a lot of teams would negotiate with you because their players have won the Premier League, which means you could ask for as much as you want as a football club. And this is why I like us when we're in this situation, because I remember when we won the league before and the Champions League, a lot of teams were coming for our players like Solanke, Ryan Brewster, and we were selling them for, and Jordan Ibe, remember Brad Smith, we sold them for crazy money. Brad Smith, I think 15 million, Jordan Ibe, 15 million. You know what I mean? So we've done a lot of work when we won things in the past as well. So I'm expecting us to do that in the next, obviously, few weeks. 100%, guys. Yeah, guys. I've been an hour. I said to you guys, if you want to chat to me, I'm here to chat. If not, I can't come up with any new thing because there's not a lot of action happening outside of Liverpool Football Club. I gave you whatever I can, and that's how it is. When things come up in the next, hang on, I see something there. Because they're saying about Gahey. Let me show you. They're looking for 50 million, but Liverpool are looking for underneath that, if you know what I mean, because he's on his last year of the contract. There you go. It says Crystal Palace are after around 50 million for Mark Gahey this summer and won't accept a knockdown rate. The defender will be willing to run down his current contract if a suitable deal is not arranged. So the player doesn't want to sign a contract, and Palace want 50 million, and Liverpool wants to pay around 35 or 30 million. So listen, I ain't going to pay 50 million, that's for sure. If a player's got his last year of contract, you got to find a way to negotiate with that football club to get him through the door. Let's just put it that way. It's kind of silly paying over the odds for a player that's on his last year of his contract, if you know what I mean. So Crystal Palace is going to lose a player. You could even do things like along the lines of go and get another centre back elsewhere and have a negotiation with Gahey. He could stay at Palace for another season. He's only 24, don't forget. And we sign him in next summer for free. You could do something like that, because we're still going to need, don't forget, we lost Matip. We still have not replaced Matip. Kwanzaa is gone. So that's 2 spaces still. You still need, even if you sign Gahey, you still need another centre back, guys. Think about it that way. So you could do something along those lines. And now we know, obviously, Gomez ain't going anywhere. That's a bonus as well. Yeah. So, yeah, you could do a lot of stuff. Imagine, like, you agree a deal with a player already and for next season. You think Crystal Palace is going to sit there and not think about, let me sell him now? We'll accept the 30 million or whatever, 35 million, whatever you're offering. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, guys. You just got to play the game, man. You just got to play the game. It's games to be played there. Hendo is going to Brentford, not Sunderland. Oh, I saw Sunderland yesterday, bro. Hendo and Kelleher reunited. Yeah, it looks like it, bro. All right, guys. I brought as much as I can to you. Unfortunately, it's very, very quiet. Understandably, of course. But, I'll be back very soon. Hopefully, we're going to hear something in the next few days. And I could bring you guys news. Guys, just remember, life is very short. And live it, man. Live life. Live life. We've had a tragedy at our football club. But, there's only one football club that knows how to handle tragedies, and that's Liverpool Football Club and its fan base. So, live life, man. Live life, and support each other through stages like this. Jota is always going to be on our minds, man. And the most important thing here is we're always going to sing his name at Liverpool football games. So I'm looking forward to that when I go to the Bilbao game. But live life, man, because life is very short. And if you don't live it and live in like disappointments and things like that, it's not the way, man. It's not the way. It's not the way. We only got one life, people. Remember that. We only got one life. Just live it, man. Live it. All right, guys. That's me done for the day. I should be back tomorrow. Hopefully there's something. Maybe I could come up with something tonight and then, chat with you guys. But yeah, I need you guys to come back, man, and help me out on here. I miss you guys already. Take care, everybody.